With the return of Michael Keaton's Batman in the Flash movie, there have been tons of articles and posts all across social media and even videos here on YouTube talking about how Michael Keaton is the GOAT, the best Batman ever. Well, I'm here to disagree. In fact, I'd say he doesn't even come close to the top of that list. Let's get into it.
I'm vengeance.
Now I think it's important, mainly for the obvious hate I will get in the comments otherwise, to open this video by telling you guys that I love Keaton. He was my first Batman. I absolutely love seeing him in the Flash. I get that real nostalgia feeling whenever I see him on screen. But I'm trying my hardest to remove those nostalgia goggles and be honest about Keaton's Batman. Now, I have to be honest with you, the thing that inspired this video was me watching a video from Aris on the YouTube channel Variant Comics. Now I have to say this first, I absolutely love Aris. I love Variant. I've watched his content from literally day one. This is nothing against him or the channel. However, he recently put out a video about why Keaton is the best live-action Batman, and almost every point he made, I disagreed with. So I wanted to have my say. Now, the first point that's given in Aris' video, and again, I've seen this floating around the internet a lot, is Keaton is the best because he was the one that made the general public take Batman seriously again, after the campy parody that was Adam West's Batman. But my problem with that is, what does that really have to do with Keaton? We should be thanking Tim Burton for that, for creating a darker and more serious version of The Dark Knight. Even if you took Keaton's portrayal, exactly how it was, and you put him in the 66 Batman world, it would look ridiculous. It's not thanks to the portrayal that people took the character seriously, it's the story and the tone of the movie itself. And it's also pretty common knowledge amongst Batman fans that it was the trailer that won over the Keaton haters before the release of the movie. In fact, people were going to the theatres, paying for tickets for a movie, watching the Batman trailer before it started, and then leaving. Don't forget that this was before the internet. Now, if the trailer did enough to win them over, it, again, definitely wasn't because of Keaton. I mean, just look at this shot of him. It's so shadowed, you literally could have put any man with a decent chin in that cowl, and people would have loved it. It's the movie, not the man. Now let's talk about his physical presence. I mean, you take off that suit, and there is literally nothing intimidating about him at all. In fact, even in the suit, he's not a big or even tall guy, making it very difficult to truly buy him as Batman. It was one of the main criticisms of Robert Pattinson's Batman across the internet. He's too skinny, he's too small, he's not believable. Yet, he's far bigger and more intimidating than Keaton. And you can guarantee that a bunch of the people complaining about Pattinson for that very reason will tell you that Keaton is the best Batman. Again, nostalgia really clouds people's judgments on these things. Now, back to the Variant video. Aris actually says this.
Keaton's Batman kills. He's a damn murderer. He does it with a grin on his face.
I honestly can't believe that people would use this for an argument as for why he's the best Batman. Again, it's literally the main reason why people complained about Ben Affleck's Batman. He killed. Yet, it's one of the reasons that Keaton is the GOAT? And that's not a hit at Aris, I know he's an Affleck fan, but this is the kind of nonsense that's getting spouted out online. It blows my mind. Now, if you want my opinion, Batman should never kill. It's not how his character started, but it's how his character became. And it's very important. At least Snyder gave Ben Affleck's Batman a sort of reason for his killing. He was an older, more experienced Batman that had lost a Robin. He had tried the other way, and now seen this as his only option to rid Gotham of evil. It just comes across as though Keaton just enjoys killing, and that is not Batman. Another reason Aris says that Keaton is the best Batman is the way he makes the criminals of Gotham fear him. Again, nothing to do with Keaton. That's just the writing in the movie. Then, somewhat ironically, one of his final points is about Keaton's actual portrayal. How it's stoic, and how his Bat voice is one of the best. Then he goes on to say that actually, Affleck's modulated voice is the best. Look, I really enjoy Keaton's Bruce Wayne, for the most part. He has scenes where he comes across really charismatic and charming, and others where he just seems like a complete doofus.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I mistook me for somebody else. Sorry.
You mean mistook me?
I mistook me. Yeah. That's what isn't that what I said?
And it feels so out of character to me. But I don't want to be a hypocrite. That is again mostly down to the writing. But when calling Keaton the best Batman, I just think that people don't remove their nostalgia goggles or their Keaton tinted glasses before they think about it. It's great if 89 Batman or Batman Returns are, in your opinion, the best movies. But to say Keaton is the best Batman, it just doesn't work for me. Let's look at Christian Bale. He was charming as Bruce Wayne. He could throw anybody off the idea that he might be Batman by coming across as this sleazy billionaire playboy. Yet when he was Batman, he meant business. My biggest criticism of Bale, just like most people's, is how over the top his voice became. But even physically, he put in the work to have the physical appearance of the Dark Knight. He didn't just rock up to set as he already was. He put in the work. He became the character. A part of me feels like Michael Keaton, for the most part, was just Michael Keaton. Now, let's look at Ben Affleck. He was cool and charming as Bruce Wayne, and he nailed the brooding nature of Batman. And my god, in that suit, he is terrifying. By a country mile the most intimidating Batman ever. The suit was perfect, the voice was perfect, his size was spot on. He just had bad films. Well, mostly. But again, he didn't come across like Ben Affleck. He also really embraced the character. It's an argument I really struggle to have with people because I'm so genuinely confused by it. Keaton can be your favourite Batman. I'm not here to tell you what your opinion should be. But to call him the best? No. In fact, if I was to list the best Batman portrayals from best to worst, it would probably go like this. Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, Robert Pattinson, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney. Be sure to share your lists in the comments down below. I'm sure they're all going to be very different. Now again, I'll remind you all before I end this video and you destroy me in the comments, I don't hate Keaton. In fact, I love him. I love his Batman. He just ain't the best Batman. And also, Variant Comics is one of the best channels out there for comic book content. I mean that. I just strongly disagreed with almost everything Aris said in this one video. But big up to Variant, go and give them a sub, they deserve it. Okay guys, last thing before I go, if you're a fan of Batman games, go and give my Twitch a follow. I have been streaming Arkham games and Gotham Knights, and while live, we just talk about Batman. It's good fun. Come and hang out. That's it from me today, my friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and return to the Batcave for more Bats content.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Fear. I'm vengeance.